Welcome to the Martinet Cuisine Cooking Show. What we aim to do here is show you easy, simple Anglo-Indian, East Indian, and Goan recipes that were passed down from our grandparents to our parents to myself that we have enjoyed growing up. So I've been sitting around thinking, what would make this a great cooking channel? Well, I thought about it and I realized there are a minimum of two things we're going to need. We're going to need a photogenic and charismatic host and a great fish curry recipe. So today I'm going to show you a great Goan Fish Curry recipe, and after that, when you subscribe to this channel, you'll realize we have both things, a great host and a great fish curry. This dish is kind of customizable. What I mean by that is if you don't have green mangoes, what you can do is use Amlas, or if you don't have anchovy paste, you can use shrimp paste. You can use small shrimp if you want to grind them up like they used to do in the olden days, but that's a little more work, and here we're about speed and efficiency. So what's amazing about this fish curry recipe is that it's at least 4 generations old. It started with my grandfather's mother, who actually gave it to my grandmother, who then passed it on to her sister-in-law, Auntie Joyce. Auntie Joyce then gave that recipe to my dad, hopefully with all the ingredients, who has then passed the recipe on down to me. Now I'm going to share it with you so then you can go ahead and cook it, obviously with all the ingredients that I got. Alright, so let's go over our list of ingredients again today. So here we have some green mangoes which we've pre-sliced. We're going to use some white fish. Today we're going to be using Pompano. You can use any white fish you want. You can use basa, you can use halibut. Here we have 2 sliced green chilies, which are sliced in half to make it easier to use. We have turmeric powder, which is basically in our recipe. We have tamarind powder, which we're using as our souring agent. You could use preserved lemon, you could use lemon juice, or whatever you wish. We got some whole tomatoes that we're going to slice up and put in the microwave to reduce the flavor. A cup of frozen coconut. Now, if you want to use fresh coconut, you can go ahead and do that. It just takes a lot more time to use fresh coconut. We got some curry leaves, red Kashmiri chilies, whole black peppercorns, garlic, and anchovy paste. So now that I'm done talking for what seems like ages, what we're going to do is we're going to start our recipe. I'm going to take some tomatoes here, we're going to dice them up, throw them in a bowl with some salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, and then throw them in the microwave for about 7 to 10 minutes. What that's going to do is that is going to help us reduce the water in there, and it's also going to concentrate the flavor of the tomatoes. Just going to go ahead and slice these up quickly if I throw them in a bowl. Our tomatoes are in the microwave. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start to make our paste. We're going to throw in our coconut, shredded coconut, throw in our whole Kashmiri chilies, we're going to throw in some black peppercorns, and we're going to throw in our garlic and blend this all together. Okay, so now that we've done all of our prep work, what we have here is we have our tomatoes with a little bit of oil, pepper, salt, and we just macerated together. We have our curry paste ready to go. This is what it would look like once you're done blending it. And we're going to start here. We're going to take some oil and pour it into our pan. We're going to get it nice and hot, which is really fast here. And we're going to throw in some curry leaves while they start to sizzle. Alright, so now that we got our curry leaves nice and sputtering in the oil, what we're going to do is throw in all of our masala here. Thank God, that's going to stop all splashing up at me. Do that in. We're also going to throw in our tomatoes after we bring this to a bit of a boil. Okay, so now we've got our curry paste back up to a boil. What we're going to do is add in the rest of our ingredients. I'm adding in our little tamarind powder. I'm going to add in our turmeric. I'm going to scoop this right off here so you get all of it. We'll throw in our sliced chilies as well as our tomatoes here. Okay, so you're going to give this all a quick stir, and then I'm going to add in our green mangoes as well, and then bring everything back up to a boil with also our anchovy paste. Put the squeeze of that in there. That should be good. Alright, now I'm just going to let this all come back up to a boil before I add our fish in, and then we can finish off the dish together. Okay, so now as this is a Goan fish curry, we don't actually use ginger, coriander seeds, or jeera. But now that our curry is boiling, as you can see here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add in our fish and bring it all up to a boil together. Now, I've used fish with the bones on because that adds more flavor. If you're in a rush, you can probably just use fillets and it'll be just as tasty. It won't be as tasty actually, but it'll be done much faster. I'm just going to put these in here and let it come up to a boil together. Okay, so now that our curry is up to a boil again, you can see that this dish is completely done. So there we have it, a traditional Goan fish curry passed down through the generations. And remember, if I can cook this, you can cook this.